downtown Moncton. Like most cities, the trails don't magically go everywhere, but there are a lot of trails around Moncton, on the edges and throughout town, and in Riverview and Dieppe. And you can get from one to the other a lot of the time without doing too much in the way of running on streets and pavement and so on. Because who wants to do that? Run on pavement or sidewalks, even worse. Okay, here we are in Moncton, New Brunswick on the trail, right beside Jones Lake. Frozen Jones Lake. Not sure if I would go on it right now for safety reasons, but it is frozen. There's snow on top. So today we're going to do a little run, not to the geese sign, but here's the quick geese sign. Keep an eye out for those fools. We're going to do a little run from the trail down to the waterfront by the bridge and just do some, regular running. This is a Sunday. I don't want to run today or make a video, but I'm scheduled to, so I've decided to give it a try because, I guess that's the theme for today, is run even when you don't want to, because that's kind of what you have to do if you want to keep on going and keep growing. I'm gonna give it a try and see how it goes. So let's get going a bit. And so maybe I'll start talking about my week. My running schedule in theory is about 6 or 7 kilometers on Tuesdays, 6 on Thursdays with my trail buddies, and I count that at 7 since trails are harder. They're all snowy and hilly. So 6 or 7 there. And then on the weekends, in theory, 2 more days, a long run of 10 in theory, and then a short, easy run of 4 or 5 in theory. But the problem is, I have a really hard time doing those back to back. 4 or 5 kilometers on Saturday, which is what I did yesterday, and followed up by 10 on Sunday. It's hard, but we're gonna give it a try anyway. So I'm just starting out here now, and that's the plan. I actually feel much better than I did. Weirdly, I feel way better now than I did before I started. So anyway, back to the trail. This is gonna be a bit weird for a while here. We're gonna go off the trail on some side streets to get downtown to the main trail. So this is where it gets interesting. Moncton is actually a really great spot for running in terms of the trails situation. But there's a few spots where to get from trail to trail, you have to, cross some roads and stuff. So we are now gonna zip right across the street, Main Street. Nice and quiet here on a Sunday. And again, soon we'll be downtown. So running today, a long run. I can't imagine doing 10 kilometers today, or even 5 at this point, but we will see how it goes. But I'm not sure why the 4 days a week schedule I just mentioned is tricky for me. Not sure if it's because I upped the mileage a little a while back. Again, only doing like 25, 30 kilometers a week. Or the fact that I'm 57 years old. And due to that and just my overall, physical situation, I'm not sure why doing 4 days a week is so hard. But you pretty much gotta do at least 4 days. At least 4 days to get much out of your running. I thought about even doing like 3 or 4 days of running and then instead of doing nothing in between, which is what I do now, trying to walk on the other days. So like walk 2 or 3 days a week, run 4, then you're up to like, yeah, for a full week. And I guess walking, in theory, feel free to chime in the comments on this, but walking in theory is better than just sitting on the couch. Active recovery, as they say, gets the blood moving. Plus, oh, the car coming. Here comes the car. Oh, no, I'm good. Plus, in addition to the whole active recovery thing, you can do walk at a brisk pace and actually get a little bit of a cardio out of walking. Street crossed. So yeah, I have a hard time with the whole 4 days a week thing, or doing more than 4 days a week, I should say. So I think the walking, as opposed to easy runs on my non-running days, is the way to go. But I still haven't tried the walking thing yet. I really need to try that, because I think recovery is more important to me than running every day. And currently the problem is, with 4 days a week, I can't imagine doing much more than what I'm doing, like 7, 5, and 10, if all goes well. So that might be my limit for the foreseeable future. Anyway, folks, we're almost to the trail here now, instead of the silly sidewalk. And again, downtown Moncton, like most cities, the trails don't magically go everywhere, but there are a lot of trails around Moncton, on the edges and throughout town, and in Riverview and Dieppe. And you can get from one to the other a lot of the time without doing too much in the way of running on streets and pavement and so on. Because who wants to do that? Run on pavement or sidewalks, even worse. Getting close to the trail finally. Still traffic around, as you can hear. As always, trying to start out nice and easy. Excuse me. Trying to start out nice and easy today, which is always tricky. You gotta go really easy when you're a bit older. They say the warm up and the recovery is the biggest difference once you get older. Except for, of course, the raw speed too. Pretty much everything, but yeah, warm up takes a while. Lately, it's kind of strange. I've been feeling really good during the last 1.5 kilometers of my regular runs. If I'm running 6 or 7 kilometers, I feel kind of tired from starting fast and tired in the middle. Then all of a sudden, I feel like $1 million near the end. Not sure what the reason is for that. Would love to hear your theories, but I have 3 theories. 1, mentally, I know the route's almost over, so my body's like, hey, you're good. Now you can go and feel good. And again, just like pretty much every video I've made so far, I either ran out of battery on my phone or ran out of video space on my phone. So hopefully I'll get that fixed and that'll be the last time. But anyway, as I was saying, I think I get a burst of energy near the end of a run, perhaps because 1, my mind knows I'm almost done and it kind of lets loose and tells me it's okay to feel good for the rest of the way. 2, which I didn't get to because I got cut off there. 2, maybe I'm just finally warmed up. It takes a while to warm up, as I said, when you're older. And 3, this theory might be the flimsiest of them all, but I kind of like it. I think maybe I go better near the end because a kilometer or so before that, I was going too fast, which made me slow down, which then led to me catching my breath and getting back into a proper easy pace, which then, once I get in the groove of that, I then kind of naturally ramp back up into a steady, good pace. So maybe that's it. Anyway, love to hear your thoughts, folks. So yeah, pop a note in the comments if you have any ideas or theories. And see you in the next video that will not end with a dead battery or full phone. Later.